Alright, I'm back once again before a trip once again. Van has no updates, but I'm hoping that here in the next couple of weeks we are going to get through it really fast. But as for now, we are once again packed, and this time we are going to Las Vegas. So I will meet y'all at the airport. Thank y'all for coming with me. I'm at the Hoover Dam. Hot damn. After a couple of days in Vegas, we started on our road trip. First, we stopped at Hoover Dam, located only about an hour south of Las Vegas. Hoover Dam was constructed between 1931 and 1936 in efforts to provide jobs during the Great Depression. Over 100 people lost their lives building it. It was super pretty. After this, we got on the road and headed to Utah. Our first national park of the trip is Zion National Park. Paintings of the canyon were exhibited at the World Fair in 1904, followed by an article in Scribner's magazine the next year. The article and paintings, along with previously created photographs and reports, led to President Taft creating Mukuntuap National Monument in 1909. The name was unpopular, and the United States Congress renamed the park to Zion, a name used by the local Mormon community on November 19, 1919. Zion is in southern Utah, about 3 hours north from Las Vegas. We got to the park around 4 in the afternoon and decided to use the last bit of light to go on a hike before setting up camp for the night. This elevation is no joke. How do you feel about this hike so far? Zion is Utah's first national park and has a ton of activities, from hiking and backpacking to horseback riding and rock climbing, everything that you'd expect at a national park. It was our first hike of the trip and it gave us incredible views that got us super excited to see the rest of the park. Definitely worth the hike.
Okay, yeah, right there. One more time. Maybe you got one.
The Zion Canyon, which takes up most of the park, is closed to car traffic during peak seasons from early April to late October, meaning you have to take buses to get around the park and access most of the hikes. Because of this, we got up bright and early the next morning to get as many hikes in as possible. Buses start running at 6 a.m., and even though we were ready before 6, the lines were already super long and we didn't get into the park until around 7. For our first hike, we decided to do Lower Emerald Pool Trail. It's an easy 1.5-mile hike and offers a lot of shade and was relatively empty this early in the morning. We even saw some wildlife.
Go, boy.
Where are you going, sir? Getting out early left us with time to do about 2.5 hikes. There was no way we could have done more, and we were in bed by 9 p.m. How do you feel after your first hike?
This is my first hike.
Your first hike of the day?
I went on one at 3.
Okay, well. We slept in the car last night. It wasn't great, but we did it. This is our first hike. What time is it? Boy, that probably doesn't even work.
6.
It is like 8 a.m., right? 8:30.
It's 11 a.m.
It is 8:30. This is our first hike.
We're going on more hikes today?
Yeah,
I thought this was it.
no. After the Emerald Pools, we decided to have a bit of a challenge and headed to Angel's Landing. This 5-hour hike is the deadliest hike in the park, responsible for the death of about 14 people since the year 2000. It is also one of the most popular. This is a very crowded hike, especially around 9 a.m. It would be better to start earlier or later in the day if being surrounded by people isn't your thing. This hike has actually been called the Las Vegas of Zion for this reason. We saw some more wildlife on our way up. This is a Mexican spotted owl. The trail leads right through its habitat area and you have to be really quiet crossing it. We also saw some squirrels and chipmunks near the top. The hike is no joke. It has an elevation gain of 1,488 feet and consists of a lot of switchbacks, with not a lot of consistent shade. In the bright summer sun, it can be pretty exhausting. Tired. This is a lot. But we got to the top.
You want to go that way or this way?
What do you mean? Almost. We made it to the top. What did you think about that hike?
Oh, easy.
No, it wasn't. It was really hard.
Workout.
No, it wasn't. It was really hard. We were eating breakfast. What did you think about this hike, Father? Good? Tú estás bien, güey. The last half mile of the hike runs along a steep, narrow ridge with drop-offs on either side, and I was not about it that day.
Do the angels.
I'm not going to do the Angel's Landing. I'm going to steal some of this sand.
That was something crazy wrong. What was it?
I don't know.
Thunder Mount.
Were you, oh, it was a kid. That's a lady. It's a good girl looking.
After Zion, we headed on to Bryce Canyon, a smaller but equally gorgeous national park. Everything here is a bright orangey red and is home to some fantastic rock formations called hoodoos. Native American culture says that hoodoos are ancient people who were turned to stone by spirit animals when they committed bad deeds. Bryce Canyon is in south-central Utah, about 2 hours north of Zion. It was originally established in 1923 and named Utah National Park before being renamed in 1928. This area has some of the world's best air quality, offering panoramic views of 3 states and approaching 200 miles of visibility. It's a relatively small park compared to Zion, and all of the hikes are pretty short, but it was actually my favorite part of this whole trip. Hey guys, so this is the last day of our trip. We are in the middle of the desert. We are driving out to Arches National Park. It is the last one on our stop for this trip. I think we're gonna do Arches and Canyonlands. That's very close to each other, but it's a lot of driving today. We are currently about 2 hours away, and then we're driving all the way back to Vegas all in one day. So lots of driving, but lots of fun. We ended up not making it to Canyonlands, but Arches was beautiful and extremely hot. We got to the park around 1 p.m. and there was not a single cloud in the sky. It was around 112 degrees in early June, and even short half-mile hikes were incredibly difficult. Please bring a lot of water if you go out there during this time. We did see a lot of arches though. And a bunch of other cool rock things. Oh, this is the parade of elephants. They do kind of be looking like elephants, huh? If you're interested in astronomy or even just like looking at the stars, Arches is a great place to stargaze. There are pavilions set up just for this, and people take incredible pictures from this park. Definitely coming back for it. I hope you enjoyed this trip, and hopefully this gives you a little bit more of an idea of what you'll see on your national park adventure, or encourages you to go out and explore. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.